So I saw that Zomato is changing its name to Eternal Limited. What's the story behind that? Oh,
Well, yeah, the board of directors approved the name change on February 6th, 2025. Apparently, they're also amending the Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association to reflect this.
interesting. I wonder why Eternal. What does that even mean for the company?
According to Deepinder Goyal, it's because they want to build an organization that lasts, beyond the current leadership. He mentioned wanting to create an institution, not just a company.
That's quite ambitious. So it's not just a simple rebranding thing then.
Exactly. It's not about the Zomato app or brand itself. It's about the parent company becoming eternal. And they felt it was the right time with Blinkit becoming a significant part of their future.
So Blinkit's success played a big role in this decision then.
Yes, it seems that when they acquired Blinkit, they started using Eternal internally to differentiate the company from the Zomato brand. The idea was to publicly rename the company when something beyond Zomato became a major driver.
I see. He called Eternal a powerful name that scares him.
He did. He said it's a tall order to live up to because it carries both a promise and a paradox. That true permanence isn't about claiming invincibility, but acknowledging limitations and constantly striving to be better.
So it's more about the company culture and mindset then.
Right. It's like a mission statement, a reminder that they ill endure because they constantly need to improve and evolve.
I guess that makes sense. So, what are the next steps in this process?
Well, the name change still needs approval from the shareholders, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and other statutory authorities. They've already approved sending a postal ballot notice to the shareholders.
Got it. So, if all goes well, what happens next?
If approved, the corporate website will transition from zomato.com to eternal.com, and the stock ticker will change from Zomato to Eternal.
And what about the different businesses under Eternal?
Eternal will comprise 4 major businesses as of now: Zomato, Blinkit, District, and Hyperpure.
Okay, so it's like they're creating a parent company to oversee these different ventures, right?
Exactly. Goya mentioned that a company has multiple founding moments, and he hopes this name change will be another one in their journey into the future.
That's pretty interesting. It's like they're trying to build something that will outlast them, you know?
Yeah, it's about designing an organization where culture drives outcomes more than strategy. As he said, we shape our institutions and then they shape us.
I think that's a good way to put it. It's not just about making money, but also about creating something meaningful.
He even mentioned that Zomato was an accidental company born out of a desire to serve. He never thought it would become a business.
So it started with him uploading takeaway menus on a website just to be helpful.
Exactly. He wasn't looking for revenue. He was simply trying to solve a problem. It's pretty cool how it evolved from that.
Definitely. It's amazing how many jobs they've created, both directly and indirectly.
He mentioned how delivery partners, restaurant partners, and store partners have told him that Zomato empowers them to make more money and provide for their families.
That's got to feel good, knowing you're making a positive impact on people's lives.
Absolutely. He even shared that many of them can now afford to send their kids to better schools. It's more than just business, it's about hope.
So it sounds like this name change is symbolic of a larger shift in the company's vision and goals, right?
Yes, it's a reminder of their commitment to endure and constantly improve. As he said, it's not just a name change, but a mission statement.
Before we move on, I feel like this is a good time to remind everyone that we advise investors to check with certified experts before taking any investment decisions.
Thanks for that. And great point. Now, about Zomato's transition into Eternal Limited, the company has been working towards this for some time now.
So, how will this affect the average customer who just uses the Zomato app to order food? Will they even notice a difference?
Probably not much. The Zomato app and brand will still exist. This change is primarily for the corporate entity.
So, it's more of an internal restructuring and rebranding at the higher levels then.
Exactly. It's about setting the stage for future growth and diversification beyond just food delivery. Think of it like a tree growing new branches. The trunk is still there, but it's expanding into new areas.
Okay, that makes sense. So, with Blinkit and the other ventures, they're trying to become more than just a food delivery company.
Right. They're expanding into quick commerce, dining out, and even B2B supplies for restaurants with Hyperpure.
I guess that's why they needed a name that's broader and more encompassing than just Zomato.
Precisely. Eternal suggests longevity and the ability to adapt and evolve, like a chameleon changing its colors.
So, what kind of challenges do you think they might face with this transition?
Well, living up to the name Eternal is a big one. Maintaining that level of performance and innovation over the long term is tough. And of course, there's always the risk of alienating their core customer base if they stray too far from their roots.
True, it's like a band changing its sound too much. Some fans might not like the new direction.
Exactly. They need to balance expansion with staying true to what made them successful in the first place.
So, what's your overall take on this name change? Do you think it's a smart move?
I think it's a bold move and it shows that they have a long term vision for the company. It's a bit risky, but if they can pull it off, it could be a game changer.
It's a pretty aspirational name, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, I think it reflects the company's ambitions to be a lasting force in the Indian business landscape. And, the fact that it scares deep in there a little bit probably means it's something worth pursuing.
Well, only time will tell if they can live up to the name, right? I mean, the stock ticker changing to Eternal is quite a statement.
It is. And I think we all should keep an eye on how this transition unfolds and see if they truly can build an eternal company.
I'm curious to see how this will impact their stock performance as well. And to all of you listening, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights like this.
Great point. So, what are your thoughts on this name change? Do you think it's a good move for Zomato? Let us know in the comments.
And that's a wrap for today's discussion. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.